Welcome everybody to Pro League once again, live in the next arena. My name is Valdez. Join with me, as always, is Moonglade.
Hello, mate.
How you doing, mate?
Not too bad today. I'm pretty excited for the matches we have. Not the best performing teams we have this season, to say the least, but still, they do prove to be like an interesting lot. And we do see a lot of Zergs in the lineups today, which is always a favorite of mine.
Yeah, I know you're going to have a lot of fun today, Moonglade. I'll have a lot of fun as well. Hopefully we get to see Hero. I actually think he's 4th for his team coming up today. We might not even get to see that today, man. Honestly, like, some of these matchups are very, very one-sided. I feel like this first game might actually be their only chance. I don't even want to see their best chance, because I think sKyHigh definitely does have the advantage over Leenock right now. But it might be their only chance to even get to that 4th game here.
Yeah, looking at the lineups we do have, I'd have to agree with you. Leenock versus sKyHigh, they're one true shot of getting that 4th game. Besides that, Pet versus Byung. Byung looking so damn solid in recent times. Yeah, Pet not looking too bad, but he had that really close game against Pure, which went the distance. He had a great shot at winning that game, which in itself is saying a lot about him as a Zerg.
Yeah, sure, man. He showed just a great, long game against Terran, which is something we haven't seen from him in a while here. So hopefully you'll get to see another one of those games against Byung on game number 2. You guys see the lineups here between StarTale-yoe and CJ Entis. sKyHigh versus Leenock, Byung versus Pet, then BL versus Alive, and then San versus Hero. Hero kind of, I don't know, just going insane these days.
Kind of a god. Yeah, that's probably why they put him in 4th place. We're like, well, you know what? We need other people to play, so you're going to be the backup just in case.
And what a backup he is, man. We were casting the Star League qualifiers, the 3 of us, us 2 and Moonglade, or not Moonglade, Wolf. And he had to face Zone like 3 times or something. Those were just... That should not have been broadcasted, man. That was too one-sided. That was actually, like, insane.
Yeah,
the hurt he put on that guy.
Yeah, well, eventually we did rotate away from those Hero games, but they were just way too one-sided. Thank God for that. But, yeah, man. Hero just looking on fire as always, qualifying for GSL like he did. And, he's up there, tied for rank 1, just below Innovation.
Yep, pretty huge there. On the backs of him and Byul, as you guys do see, they're both of them having 8 wins. These guys nearly win every single time, just looking at the ratios up there. They're carrying CJ Entis to a 4-0 lead right now with +10 indicator. They got a +3 in the last game as well. It's pretty insane, man. They look untouchable right now.
Absolutely untouchable. And now they're up against another team that's kind of struggling, StarTale-yoe. This should definitely prove to be some pretty easy points and solidify their lead even further.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't be surprised to see some smack-arounds today. You know that, like, abusive father, he goes in the booth, he just, like, smacks him around, and then he goes back and sits down and plays him in StarCraft, and he smacks him around in the game? I would not be surprised, man.
That's kind of brutal, Valdez. I don't know, man. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Trust me, man. Go back and take a look at some of those lineups. It's pretty insane.
They are pretty one-sided today, but you know what? Yeah. Upsets do happen. It is StarCraft. It is best of 1. Anything can happen in best of 1. We've seen Terror defeat Byul in a best of 1.
Yeah, that's a great point.
That's a huge point.
That should be like the banner. It's like, never forget that this is best of 1 Pro League. Terror beat Byul once. Remember that
never
day.
Forget.
It has like the date underneath.
Well, I tell you what, that will never be a thing that Byul forgets. That's like,
for sure.
That's like the thing that'll haunt him to the end of this season at least.
As much as we will remember that, he's gonna carry that with him until he's like 80 years old. So be like, remember that time I lost to Terror? Oh,
God. Why did I make Aspire? I should have just gone Rouge. Why did I get all in like that? Yeah. But thankfully for Byul, he's going to be playing against the Terran today, so none of that shenanigans, none of the unlucky ZVZ curses.
Should be good. He's also up against Alive, who hasn't been doing too well recently. So I feel like you should also have a pretty easy game there.
He should. But, Alive, he's a tricky one. But enough of that. Let's have a look at Leenock's hair, man. That's some deep purple.
Yeah, I swear that's even more purple than last time.
That really is.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, definitely. That's
I think he actually redyed it.
True passion for the Zerg right there. He's bringing it back, man. He's had like a little bit of a break from Pro League in recent times as well.
Yeah.
Kind of taking some time to recollect himself, perhaps. He was, on his way down, from a high. He was playing very well at the start of this season. but then he kind of started to drop off. And
Yeah, for sure. I think it was like 4-1 or something, and then he went to 4-3.
Yeah.
And it was some like couple of one-sided games, and he just like we were just like, no. You know, he needs to take a break. So he's done that, as you've said. Here's sKyHigh, proving to be somewhat of a TVC sniper. His mech is pretty outstanding, I have to say.
It is absolutely fantastic and a nightmare to play against, no doubt about that. Vaani Research Station, a fantastic map for it as well. You basically see this guy on Vaani or Deadwing. Like, that's his most comfortable kind of maps for, especially the mech style. Everyone knows he's going mech these days, and they still can't stop it.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I forget who the Zerg was. I actually just watched that VOD today. You were role forecasting that. Someone tried to do like 5 Niduses in the main.
Oh, that was Curious, I think. Might have been Curious.
Might have been. It was just like out of control, man. It didn't work.
Curious or Lysira?
Lysira, I think.
Yeah, Lysira.
Anyway, guys, let's jump into that game 1. Leenock versus sKyHigh. Up here in the north, in the pink, the Zerg player, he is Leenock with the purple-pink hair.
Down here in the south, it is the Mech Terran.
sKyHigh.
Exactly.
That's who he is.
I was going to just leave him as Mech Terran, but I guess we can call him sKyHigh.
We should just name him Mech Terran. Welcome to the studio. Thanks for coming, by the way. Saw you guys there. Hope you're enjoying the show.
No doubt about they are, especially if they got those headsets on, which you can get at Pro League. You get to hear our lovely voices, and you can even see us in this little booth at the top, back of the corner of the studio, hidden away, shamed from everyone else.
No one wants to see our faces. You have to turn on the stream for that.
Yep.
The real reason is that we're building a secret addition to the studio actually right now, so they couldn't get our desk out.
Is it actually a secret? It's a cafe.
Yeah, it's not a secret.
I'm gonna break the secret right now.
I was trying to hype it up, Moonglade.
Well, let's see what this cafe is going to be about before we should pimp it out. You know, it could be crap for all we know. We need to know if it's going to be like a chain cafe.
Could be terrible.
Or is it going to be like some sort of like in-house run, like like Nespresso machine at the back that has capsules, and that could be
some like mom and pop where an Americano is like $10. We're like, no, I'm not buying that. I'm just gonna go outside and get a $5 one.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
I mean, we'll wait and see. It could be it is going to be a fantastic addition to this place.
Yeah, even something you mentioned. It could be a PC cafe.
Yeah, now that would be something sick. Or like a PC cafe / arcade.
Yeah.
Imagine that in like a massive studio built on streaming games and whatnot from all kinds of games. You know, we got tons of games here, not just StarCraft. We have like Dota 2. We have like all these Korean kind of games. It's
a lot of the ones that you English viewers don't even get to hear about.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of games on here.
Dungeon and Fighter.
Dungeon and Fighter. I think they even do FIFA.
That's Soccer 11 or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, Winning 11.
Winning
maybe?
11. Yeah.
Some soccer game.
Some soccer game. I don't know. But yeah, it's they're really building this thing up here, so it's going to get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Very exciting as we go into this game.
Definitely, if you can, guys, come down to Korea. Come down to the studio. It's all free. The headset's free as well. You just have to trade your some form of ID, I think, and you can get one of those headsets.
Yeah, so you don't run away with it after the show.
Yeah, those things are at least $5, so they wouldn't want you to steal those.
I think that'd be more like $2 myself. They're pretty hard to tune in as well, so you guys do pick them up. Maybe practice at home first with the radio and see if you can get the channels just right before you come down.
Yeah, you got to practice with those guys.
Yeah, you got to really
come here like 2 hours early.
I mean, I remember when I used to try, I gave up. I was like, well, I'm just going to learn Korean. It's easier.
Yeah, well, I tried to come down and watch you guys cast the Star League finals, and they actually didn't have any because there were too many people here.
Well, that's a good
thing. I
thing.
came too late.
That's a good thing, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that is a good thing, but not for me.
No, I'm sorry, man. You should have been here earlier, dude.
Yeah, it was my own fault.
Where was the hashtag passion then?
I don't know, man. On the bus somewhere.
Well, so far we have Leenock being very greedy, going for that gasless expand, which I think is an absolutely fantastic choice against someone who is no doubt going to be going mech. You want to get those creep queens out as fast as possible. You want those drones out non-stop. And, you get a little bit of a delayed third phase, and obviously very delayed zergling speed, but you don't need it. You don't need it against a Terran that's going to go mech like this, because they're going to be going straight to Hellions. They're not going to have a Reaper out or anything like that. And from here, you know, you'll get them out in time for the Hellions, or at the very least, you can block the ramp with Queens.
Good for the map. And also, I just love the fact that, you know, it just goes to show if you start to play one style, even for like 3 games, people are going to catch on. They're going to be like, oh, you're the mech guy. All right, I don't even have to look at what you're doing, right? So,
but the funny thing is, like, even if you know that, it's still hard. It's so hard to defeat. And it's like, well, you're the mech guy, but damn it, you're so damn good with it. It's such a robust style, and it is it pretty much can fight any army if it has the composition right.
True. You have the third base now coming down here for Leenock. Got those 2 queens at the ready, spreading that creep. There's 2 extra guys there. Whereas it looks like Banshee's here from sKyHigh. We see a lot of Banshee play from this guy. Just added on to that mech.
Oh yeah, it's a huge addition to mech these days. Actually, like they'll even forego going tanks and simply go straight into Thor Banshee. And that gives you kind of enough damage and DPS to even deal with mass Roach. Clearly, the Roach aren't going to be doing anything against the Banshees. And if there's like 4 or 5 Banshees, what are Roaches going to do? They're going to get DPS down before any damage can really be done.
Yeah. And then if they decide to go mutas, you got the Thors there to protect. It's just it's kind of a nightmare for Zergs these days. They're having a bit of trouble figuring it out. Let's see if Leenock's got it today.
Yeah, like the only thing that really requires you to must go tanks is, I guess, Roach Hydra in like the max sort of situation, like when they're maxed out, or Swarm Hosts, because you need to kind of have enough tanks to destroy the Locust before they can actually start trading at all.
Yeah. Look at this. We actually have a medevac coming out of here, and an armory about to finish up as well. Could see some Hellbat drops, possibly in the back.
That'd be pretty sexy if we saw maybe even like a Hellion drop into Hellbats, like 4 Hellions.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a lot of damage right there, and if I'm sure by now sKyHigh has kind of identified that link speed was delayed or completely skipped, so it's going to be a little bit harder for Leenock to defend against this kind of thing.
Ooh, a Nidus network here.
Ooh.
This is going to be interesting, Moonglade. He's going to try to go for that Nidus as well, but it looks like just a bit earlier.
Very early. It looks like it's going to be at the back of the third base on the low ground. Simply no way he's going to find it in the main. Every sort of part in that main base has got some vision. But, you know what? Leenock's going to have to weather the storm here first. It's going to be 4 Hellbats. And may not find much at all, considering these Roaches came out just in time.
Yeah, good timing at a Leenock. The funny thing is that he's making them, you know, to go for this attack, but it just makes the defense so easy. And now all these Hellions are going to come back here. Good timing for them as well. I'm not even sure if he's seen that.
Well, looks like he's going to have a look. He's seen it, I think. Oh, but
now he has, man.
Here we go. Too late, though, unfortunately. Making tanks at home, though. He's going to have a lot of Hellbats, and he's enough to buy a little bit of time.
Yeah, he just needs to buy that time, like you said. He needs tanks right now. If he had Chrono Boost, he would be Chrono Boosting that out right now.
Oh, man, he needs Chrono Boost right now. They're almost finished. There's going to be 2 tanks out. But, man, that is so many Roach.
That just might be too much, man. We got so many. There's another Nidus in the main as well.
Oh, my God.
He's going straight for that supply depot. Repair is not good enough. Not enough. A surface area there. A couple tanks come out.
This could be enough.
Oh, boy.
And that one gets denied in the main. So there's no way for Leenock to get in.
Wow.
That's it.
He just got those 2 tanks right on time.
Perfect timing. Really, really nicely done from sKyHigh to identify what could have came his way as well. He did see that was Roaches out when he went for that Hellbat drop, so he's like, oh, okay, maybe I don't need to go Thor anytime soon. I actually need to go straight for tanks and avoid this kind of aggression.
Well, I like what Leenock's going to do now. He's not just going to go home and expand. He's going to keep all these Roaches that he already made for the attack and just kind of keep sKyHigh in the base for a little bit here.
Yeah.
Delay that third base from coming down.
Yeah, it's a very smart idea, but Leenock is playing kind of catch-up with economy, only now saturating that third.
Sure.
Yeah. Still, not a bad place at all for him.
Looks like just trying to scope out the situation here with some Vikings, see exactly how many Roaches there are. He's going to actually ride by with 4 Hellions.
Oh, man, there's nothing at home to defend against this either.
He's making drones, too.
Yep. I don't think he even realized what just came out.
Oh,
here we go.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that was like the only other option he had. But still, he waited a while before he did it.
Man. is the sKyHigh strat, man. Just make like 5 CCs in your main. Hellion run by is going to do some damage. Already 4 drones coming down.
Ooh.
5 now.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Wait till they get like +3 attack when they start 2-shotting drones and it just gets silly.
Oh baby.
You remember that against Su. That was on this map as well. Like he won the game simply by Hellion run buys in the late game.
Yeah. And he wasn't the first to do it. Yoda did some of the same as well.
Trying to trade with tank.
Su. Not gonna get it. He's gonna lose some roaches now.
Ooh, they have burrow movement as well. This is actually gonna take so long for sKyHigh to kind of clean up all this creep in the third base.
Well, we do have a Raven out for him.
He's not really making good use of it though.
Yeah, he's got to get to work. I think he's just scared of a bunch of roaches creeping up on him. He's like slowly sieging up the tanks. Just supporting all of his units now. He's going to scan. Make sure. There we go.
Now, looks like we are going to see the kind of the Viper transition from Leenock. But besides that, I wonder if he will go for Broodlords. I think he might.
Yeah, we see a huge bank already. He's got that Spire as well. He hasn't used it yet, so could definitely see a Greater Spire being upgraded right away.
Big scan in the main base. Whoa. You know, Spine Crawlers kind of give away a lot, actually. He's like, well, what are you going for? Scans the natural, sees the Greater Spire. So he's like, oh, so this is what your plan is. He can go into double starports now, like he is. Mass Viking.
Yeah, no problem for sKyHigh.
No problem at all.
The biggest thing here was the scout, of course, and once he got that, he's just going by with flying colors. He's got like 2 or maybe 3 extra CCs in his main.
Yeah.
He can easily just expand whenever he wants.
Man, that scan timing was crisp. You know, that was perfect. It doesn't get better than that, actually. That's just brilliant.
Ooh, look at this. Leenock sees only 2 Thors out right now, and he's like, oh, I'll just go for 24 mutas.
Not a bad choice, you know, considering the situation. Are they going to get out in time before he can kill this 4th base, though, is the next question. It doesn't really matter, though, because we do see Leenock just recently started saturating the gold base as well. Here come the mutas. sKyHigh sees them. He's probably like, well, there goes this army, but I will get a hatchery for it.
Yeah. Take what you can get, man.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to see a magic box over here, but he's not stopping at that. He's going for the Hellion run by at the 3rd base. All of this stuff is going to be taken down, of course. Kind of want to see what's going on over here. 11 drones will go down.
Yeah, he kind of stopped micro them after that. I guess just really focused on getting the composition he needs to deal with this many mutas. And, man, he does not have many turrets at his 3rd base either. Wait, 1 in the mineral blind, 1 a bit outside, but...
Oh, and the roaches are coming in as well.
This is a problem. This is a big problem.
That mineral line is actually possibly all going to go down. He's going to have to lift here. And even the orbital, I think, is going to go down. There's just not enough support. The Thors aren't out in time.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get it. Wow.
Oh, baby.
We're going to see a massive Hellion run by for this, but he lost the CC for that, man. He is down 70 supply.
Yeah, definitely not worth it at this point. He's going to try to make some magic happen, but I mean, Leenock on 76 drones. He's got a really nice economy, nearly maxed out. He's even going to be intercepted here.
Oh, my God.
Almost all these Hellions are going to go down.
Yeah, big mistake there. He should have been splitting them up, looking for extra bases, but I think he's a bit rattled at this point. Trying to just kind of scramble, do damage control, get that 3rd base up and running again. Make enough anti-air, but guess what? The problem is 6 Broodlords on the way now.
Yeah, and he just has so much support for them in all those mutas. Look at this. It's 26 mutas. 1 turret is not going to be enough, even if he did get the repair down. And just the whole natural mineral line is going to be devastated. He's going to have to fly away, though. No, oh, he's going to actually go for it.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, it's going to be a pretty messy trade, especially now that there's 2 Thors are in the mix.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that trade, especially with the PDD. He's just like, okay.
Hellions run into the Broodlords as well, mind you. Now, the mutas, they are doing something very important, which is resetting the Viking count. He's going to want to try and get rid of that while these Broodlords make their way down the map. Make things a lot easier for the siege. We also see a lot of Corruptors in making. Doesn't really have to make any more Broodlords, just Corruptors and mutas to kind of defend and buffer for these Broodlords, and they'll get the job done.
Yeah. Just 4 Vikings coming out at a time. It's going to need a bit more at this point in time. I mean, look at the mining right now. You see those mules coming into effect, even with 37 harvesters having more mineral mining as sKyHigh. Even with Leenock at the gold, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Here we go, another masterful scan here, actually. And where are those corruptors for the support? All these Broodlords are going to be caught out here.
Oh, my God. This is his one chance to kind of get back into this game.
Where's the support? He's got like 2 queens. That's not enough.
Where are they?
Okay, finally, a couple are coming in one at a time, but already 4 Broodlords going down.
That's not enough. And look at this. There's going to be a point defense thrown, at least one, if he needs to. Thors are on the way as well. Mutas are going to be bunched up when they come in to attack this. Ooh, my goodness.
On the Mutas.
Look at the supply difference now. 30 supply difference.
This game is not over, man.
That got messy real quick.
This game is 100% not over.
But we are seeing the roach switch again. And not a bad choice against what we have for now from sKyHigh. You know, only 3 Thors. Hellions are coming back. We do see 1 Banshee in the mix. And a pretty healthy number of Vikings. Hopefully he keeps that up there. Because that is now a lot of Corruptors on the map.
Ooh, a nice little run by here to the gold. There's 1 Spine Crawler, but that's not going to be enough. Should be able to take down a lot of these drones.
Wasn't many drones to begin with there, but still, getting rid of as many as you can, especially on a gold base, always going to be delicious.
Yeah. See a nice little air push towards the natural now from Leenock. Getting those Broodlords into position. Going to support them with the Corruptors. StarCraft, he's going to draw the army of sKyHigh actually over to the right and possibly go for a Roach counterattack at that 3rd.
Well, it's not going to be enough Roaches for that just yet, though. Take a look at it. Here we go. That's a lot of Vikings. They're going to really start overshooting like 1 unit at a time, which is a problem with Vikings in general. Here we go. Trade begins.
Well, he's going to get nearly all of those Broodlords, but here we go. The Roach counterattack at that 3rd.
Not
Already
happening.
13 SCVs going down. But still, he's got a lot of, I think they're orbitals at least in the main.
Yeah, he's got 1 spare orbital in the main. So he's on 4 orbitals right now, which is kind of keeping him in the game essentially with the mules he can use. But, you know, he's lost a lot of SCVs throughout this game, and he's only sitting on 26 at this point.
Yeah, sKyHigh is still scrambling. Even though I say it's not over, it's looking... Definitely the advantage is going towards Leenock at this point in time.
Yeah, Leenock has a lot of momentum. His economy is still booming. His bank is there. He just needs to make the right units, and we do see 24 more Mutalisks on the way.
Yeah.
So he really wants to trade hard with his air army. Got to be careful. There's still 3 Thors, and that could do a lot of damage to bunched up Mutalisks.
Yeah, he does have a bunch of Corruptors here for support. Nearly, well, he's got 10 of them.
And look at this. He's making more tanks. He's making a Raven. No more Vikings. No more Thors. This is a big problem now. sKyHigh is completely out of position for this. This is going to be a slaughter.
Oh my God, Moonblade.
Oh my God. Seeking Missile. Gonna hit. Oh, onto the Vikings. Beautifully done. That's going to be game, mate. There's no way you can come back from that.
He's got 3 Thors. They're totally out of position. I think they're attacking right now. And look at this. Totally open main. He's right over the production. GG is called, and Leenock takes game number 1. Whoa.
There's that upset we needed to get this to a game 4 at the very least. The other guy's got some work to do, but that was some great preparation from Leenock. He really, you can just tell how much he practiced for this mech style.
Yeah. Sure, man. I mean, I think maybe 2 or 3 of the guys down here did predict Leenock. I myself went for sKyHigh.
Me too, man. I messed up.
But I think we just kind of underestimated Leenock's ability to prepare for that best of 1 against a style that's very well known with a bunch of games to study from. He really had it down to a T. Those tech switches were really key. Just totally ruling that game from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I loved exactly what he did. Showing, getting that greatest spire scan, then making the decision to go hard mutas like that. And just switching from then back and forth. It's pretty much what you need to do if you want to try and get rid of the mech army early and try and win the game earlier than normal would be to just, DPS them down, find the right sort of choice, whether it be mutas or roaches or broodlords in some cases. Finding it early.
Well, good guy sKyHigh is going to bring us to game 4 with Hero, so we get to see some of that if you're into that.
Thanks, sKyHigh.
Also got another couple of matches coming your way. Looks like Pet versus Byung is going to be up next.
That's going to be a pretty fun one. It's going to be on Overgrowth. And Pet played pretty good against Cure, which is one sort of hope I'm holding onto here. Like, this guy definitely has what it takes to mix it with the best TDZers out there. Cure must be one of the best. He's always so